Welcome everybody to a delayed Catfish Weekly. Along with the Dr. Tim Lang and Cindy is here to spin the Rig Rack Pride Wheel. I'm Lyle Stokes and we are going to make sure everything is working out. Sounds like we still have some background noise, Doc.
Yeah, a little bit. I'm not seeing anything on YouTube though.
Not seeing anything on YouTube. Let
No,
me.
no playback on YouTube.
Alright, let's
Said
try.
this video is not available. Let me reload YouTube.
Um,
Says live now. Okay,
yep,
there I
he
got it.
says we're good now.
Yeah.
So hopefully everything is going good. We still have a little bit of feedback. Maybe everybody can bear with us a little bit, and maybe it's just us have the feedback. I'm not sure, Doc.
Yeah. We says well Doc is good, but Lyle is off.
Lyle's off what?
Yeah. We know you're off. That's
Yeah, that's that's a
okay, bear
fact,
with
man.
us everybody. We're working on this new program
Oh
and
man,
we're just trying to get through it. So just
this
bear with
thing is, to say the least, extremely trying on my end. So I'm trying to. Okay, evidently the feedback is just on our end, Doc. So we'll see how that works out. I'm going to increase my volume. I lowered it so much because you was so hot last week. It was blasting me out, so I lowered. I might have lowered it a little bit too much,
Yeah, they're
but
saying we're
we
off
did.
about 3 seconds.
Yeah, well, that's what we're just going to have to deal with. But
It's late.
we'll get that worked out at a later date. Let's try something different. How you like that? I know you like that background, Doc.
Yeah, the water thing. Yeah, that looks
Yeah,
pretty.
that's pretty
Uh,
cool.
what do you think, everybody? You like that? Nice.
I kind of like that one too. But then
Yeah.
again,
It's
I
time to
like this one.
spin now.
I like this one. Well, you know what? I'll tell you what, Doc. I am loaded up and ready to go. If you will pick me out a number, we'll just spin.
All right, let's do number one.
Number one it is. And the winner is Bob Koniuk. Koniuk. If I remember correctly, Bob lives in Springfield, Missouri, about 35 miles from me. So now if we can get the prize wheel to work. Oh, yeah. Let's see. It's right here. There you go. And it landed on Rig Wrap. So, Bob, if you will send me your shipping information after the show, we will hook you up some great prizes from Rig Wrap. Glenn has been diligently helping us this week trying to get everything lined out. So, um, we will try and get you some percent you will enjoy from his great line of products from Rig Wrap. And Doc, Glenn's been talking about some stuff that he had coming. I
Yeah,
happened to get a little package in the mail today.
did you?
I did. I want to show it to you. This is the pack all. What did I do? I don't know. Okay, I'm not worried about it. I'm going to change screens. This is the new pack all, and it fits. The Rig Pack 60 fits right inside of it. It's loaded up with pockets. It's got two, one super big one up here, a medium sized one, pockets in the front. Same thing on the back. You can put your bottles of water or whatever in these places. These things will hold tons and tons of lure locker 3s and 4s. And these big Plano boxes, this is what I keep all my tackle in that's loose and stuff. These babies are 3 inches thick, and you can put one in each side of them. Amazing product. And there will be a special pricing on pre-orders for this product on rigwrap.com coming up very shortly.
Nice.
It is very nice. Now, I just got that this afternoon when the mail run. I haven't got it loaded up, and I haven't got to see how much stuff I can put in it because it'll hold a ton, and I'm excited about that. But I haven't got a chance to do that yet. But it is really, really nice, and it'll hold a ton. Them Plano boxes are big, and I wasn't sure that they'd fit in there. Palmetto cats, if I had planned on wearing that, but if you had any idea how much we've been going through the last few days, uh, you'd understand. I was going to put it on a while ago, and we had some issues with getting everything lined up in this program again. It's just, it's about 2 steps over my pay grade, but we're working on it. Cindy does have hers on. I don't know what it'll show up with. Hey, it's not too bad. Yeah, she got hers on. Actually, we was worried about it because there's just enough green in it that it's kind of translucent with the green screen. But
Yeah, it looks like
um,
Cindy's catfish is in the water.
Cindy's catfish is in the water. That's usually where her
Yeah.
catfish are. Oh man, Doc's drinking Pure Leaf.
Yeah, I've got one bottle left, so I'm
One bottle
polishing it up
left.
tonight.
Doc, tell us about your fishing excursion over the weekend.
Had a good time. Was in Paducah, Kentucky. Uh, Man, the weather was really bad for a couple of days down there. We got run off on our first day of pre-fishing after we got out there. Only been out there a few hours, and then Mother Nature decided to go from daylight to darkness, and I mean it was dark. We seen it coming. We loaded the boat up. Just got the boat on the trailer when it opened up. So it, we caught some nice fish. Day one, we were in 20th place, and then we finished the tournament up 12th place. So if we would have had a good day one, we could have probably have been in the top five. So
You guys made a heck of a comeback that second day.
yeah, yeah, had a good time. Enjoyed myself. Fished hard. Uh, Outside of the weather being kind of dumpy for the first day of the tournament, it was pouring down rain, and then the wind started in, and I get a little yancy over lightning. Had a little. It wasn't out on the river where we were at, but if I can see it, I get yancy.
Well,
So
yeah, the lightning is something that I don't know how you could stop that, control that in any way, but
right,
people need to come in or get on a bank, do something when the lightning comes. I've hid in caves on Truman Lake, and we've tried to outrun storms before, but it when that lightning hits and you're out on the water, you're basically at its mercy.
yeah, I remember seeing a video of Roy Harkness and Jeff Dodd, and they were in the middle of all that. And they had a
Right.
rod go down, and Roy said, "I'm not going out there." He said, "I'm not going to grab one of them lightning rods." So they just let the fish stay on the line and waited for the storm. But it took almost, I don't know, 2, 3 hours for that storm to pass through,
Right. Right.
because, well, Paducah in that area, they get hit hard with anytime there's a storm down there, it's usually wicked. So And this was another one. Saturday the weather was gorgeous. I mean, it was nice Saturday. So,
Well, you
but
guys had a
we
heck of a
only
day.
had, yeah, on the tournament we only had 7 bites and we caught 7 fish for the whole tournament.
Well, you know what?
Pre-fishing we
That's
had a
pretty
little
good
bit more
odds.
than that. Yeah, I mean we hooked up every one of them, but and the ones that hit, they were drilling. We were drifting. We probably weren't drifting fast enough because the water temperature was 87 degrees. So
87.
we probably should have been cooking, a mile and a half. We had a couple of boats go by us. We watched them catch fish, and they were going at least 2 mile an hour. I mean, they were cooking. I mean, we had a little bit of current, not a whole lot. Ohio very seldom has a lot of current, but they had trolling motor down, and they were dragging the baits down the river. So we didn't do that. We drifted.
Right. Yeah. You and I fished the Ohio River a few times together, and I think one time of the times we've been down there together, there was ever any current, and never enough to bump or anything like that.
Yeah, and then never enough to keep a boat in place. If you
No,
want to anchor down, there's never enough current. The
no.
wind
You
is
got to
always
use.
either blowing upriver and shoving the boat all around.
Yeah, you got to use two anchors, maybe a drift sock. Something
Yeah,
like that to get everything lined out. Because Ohio, and I know it has current sometimes, but never when I'm there. Except, like I say, that one time. I don't remember if it was last year or the year before. There was a little current down there, but usually when I'm there, it's like fishing Lake the Ozarks or Mark Twain or something like that.
right. There was 7 or 8 fish over 40 pounds caught.
Pretty
Uh,
nice.
Pretty nice for that part of the Ohio because commercial fishermen hit it hard down there.
Yep. Well,
So
Doc, if you remember back, and I know your memory is very good, a lot of times in fact, most every time we have a major flood like we did this year, it
right,
moves the fish around, and they'll be in places they haven't been before, or not for a while, and that'll last for like next year. If we don't have a big flood again, the fishing will be phenomenal. Uh, after a flood, it usually is. So,
yeah. Well, it moves things around. The river changes. Uh, Things get replaced. Holes that were either become deeper or they fill in.
one of the
So
things that really blows my mind is you might have a sandbar that you go out and play on for years, and you get a flood like we had this year, and that whole sandbar's gone. And holes like you say that you've counted on for 2 or 3 years, you go to find that hole after a flood, and it's filled in.
yeah.
It this happens every time we have a big flood, so makes a world of difference.
Now I fished this area for almost 25 years. On and off throughout the years. Uh, but I had never fished where we fished this past weekend. We were down near Metropolis. Didn't have very many boats around us. Uh, so I get that. I guess I should have told me something. But we set up a plan, and that's what we went with.
Josh, I don't know why things are like that. It's we're making final adjustments on the program, and right now it's really hard for me to. I'm hearing an echo 2 and 3 times every time I speak, so I have to wait and it's on my end. Um, but we didn't have that this afternoon while we was testing stuff. We didn't have that at all. Everything was crystal clear, and then we had some hiccups in our giddy up. So, but here's one of the. This is something that we're going to be doing a lot of. We got to get the image straightened out a little bit, but that right there in the background is the image of the new XL Stormcat 230. Um, we're going to get a better image on there and get some better coloring. Uh, but Excel being our new title sponsor, we're going to start the show with Excel as our background every week, and then if you cover your mouth, it looks good. David Funk, you're about as chat funny as a chat behind. Oh man. Oh man. The iCats.
No, I did not see that.
I didn't
Indiana
see
Catfish
iCats.
Association.
No, I did not.
No, I never saw anything. I haven't been on the internet much. I
No,
was
you're gone
busy.
all the time.
Well, that's true, but I was busy making catfish money today. As Jerry Ishcomer would say, I'm out there making catfish money. Yes, I'm retired, but I have been a welder for years and I'm doing some side jobs for some companies. And so that's what I spent most of my day doing today.
That's awesome. Hey, Stacy Gaskin, welcome.
James Leslie says, try unplugging and replug your headphone and mic in.
Do what now?
He said, try unplugging and replug your headphone and mic in.
Mine's wireless,
Oh.
but I can turn it off and turn it back.
And
That make any difference?
yeah, that made a big difference. All we heard was a screaming noise. I was ready
Really?
for, just a whining noise.
Huh.
I was getting ready for
Hey,
the
you know what?
weather service to come on and make an announcement.
I'm not sure. I think that fixed it actually. I don't have near the echo that I had.
Yeah, got a little bit of delay, but it's not too bad. I'm seeing delay on mine.
I see delay on mine, but I don't pay any attention to it.
Scud alert, yeah.
Yeah,
This, is,
yeah.
this has been a announcement from your National Weather Service.
I don't need no more than we've been having them for 2 or 3 days.
Uh,
I told you today. This was the past week was the first week that I didn't mow twice in 7 days, and I went ahead and waited for 7 days, and I mowed Thursday or Friday. Thursday, I believe it was. And I got clumps of grass and crap all over my yard. It rained 2 or 3 um, times since then. Poured down the last couple of days, and now I've lost my audio.
oh.
Can you hear me? Oh,
Yeah, we
okay.
can hear you.
But I can't hear Doc,
Oh, really? Oh.
so I don't know what changed, but I can't hear Doc. But anyhow, the yard's a wreck, needs mowing again. Been 4 days, so uh,
Michael Malott says
let
St.
me
Louis has
hang on
5
just a
inches
minute.
today. Like watching a kung fu
But
movie.
I can't hear you at all. So give me just a second, see if we can rectify that. I guess everybody else can. Like watching a kung fu movie. Nice.
I can hear you, but it's like watching a Bruce Lee movie.
No. Let me try this. How about that? Say something, Doc.
Hey, say
I
something,
got you
Doc.
back. Yeah, I figured it out. I figured it out. I just noticed one of the lights had went off. I these guys. I wish I could show an image of what I'm seeing, but I got 2 images of Doc and I on one screen, and I got the chat and stuff up on the other side. Of course, on the other side, I can run over and watch the Cardinal game if I have to. Yeah, if I have to. You know, in fact, I think I will.
Now they said, Lyle, did you mute Doc? Can you all hear me? If you can hear me, it's time to spin the wheel, Lyle, once again.
I can hear you fine. So
Okay.
I'm assuming that everybody else has or is able to. It is time to spin.
Doc, you're good. I know I'm good. Thank you, U.S. Catfishing.
Hell yeah. Okay. Cindy, give me a number. One, two, and the winner is Michael McClennan. McClellan. Okay. I don't know if you guys can hear Cindy in the background off of this headset mic or not, but yes. All right. Holy moly. New bearings tomorrow. River Rat Reel Repair. All right, let me get back to where I was at. Michael, if you'll contact Jarrett at River Rat Repair and tell him that you won on the prize wheel, he will hook you up with a free reel cleaning. It's a perfect time to send another one down and have it repaired if you have any that want. Man, it's really hard to talk with this echo in my ear. Um, but he'll fix you up at an extremely reasonable price, and you will love what he does. He's a great sponsor of our show, and thank you so much for watching Catfish Weekly. All right, Doc. Where was we at? It key two.
Oh, they're talking on the ICA weights. Mike Greenwell posted him. Let's see, Casey Tutro had 67 pound or big fish, 118 total. Second had 90. Third place had 96. Fourth and fifth was on the 70s. 6 through 10 was in the 50s. Ooh, that's a lot of weight.
For the Ohio River, that far
Yeah,
up it is.
good.
Yeah. Heck yeah.
uh, Justin's fishing fetish. Yeah, that's the next thing that's going to happen. There. What is that? Where they put words in your mouth and start talking about all kinds of different
Hmm?
things. Yeah.
Do what now?
Now all you have on there is me.
Yeah. I can change that. I
Okay.
can bring it back to you and me.
There you go.
We're just testing out some of the backgrounds. I kind of like that one.
I like throw up a video. That's pretty cool.
It's really hard on things. But I wanted to tell you, Doc. You know, when we done this show on my old computer, just you and me, we run that computer at 100% nearly all the time. This computer right now is running 8 to 10% usage. And a while ago, with other guys on the background that nobody knew was in here on different programs, it was only running 25%. So
With the new
this
computer running
with
one
this new
spot.
one, yeah, it's got some stones, man.
Cool.
Yeah,
And we got a catfish working behind us.
we do.
About
She
like
looked like
about like the ducks in
I
Memphis.
was just getting ready to say that. It's like them ducks sneaking up on you down at the pyramid. Yep, that's a fact. But we've got a few more bugs to work out, but we're working on it. It's hard to coordinate uh, two or three guys and four sometimes to get everybody to on the same program. Everybody's got other stuff to do besides this program, and it's just very difficult. But we're going to make it. I have a goal for next week, We'll see if we make that happen. There's Cindy. Leave her on there for a minute, see if she moves. Maybe she's froze up. Nope,
No,
she's there.
she
Oh,
moved.
she's reading. She's reading messages. That's right, Glenn. Anybody that likes the new pack all, message Glenn on Facebook. He's got a deal. These things are going to be awesome, Doc.
Yeah, put me down for one. I didn't get one. Oh,
Well, yeah, this is the first time that he's ever shipped anything, and I got it before you did.
well, you don't. He better not ship me anything because I'm not going to be home.
He
And
probably only had a couple of these because I think he's got one and I got one.
somebody, somebody. I got enough porch pirates in my area.
That's not good. That's not good at all.
Yeah, because I'm a little worried because Rodan called me today and said that they were going to ship my trolling motor out to me. So I am hoping it gets here before Wednesday,
Where's it coming from?
Florida.
Hmm. Depends
So,
on how they ship it, I guess.
well, it usually either comes FedEx or UPS. I mean, it's in a big box and stuff like that. I just want to get it here at the house. That way I've got it. Because Wednesday I'm leaving to head to Rising Sun to fish in that tournament down there.
Mm-hmm.
So, and then
Well, maybe
I'll
somebody
be
can
back
come
to
back and
go.
check your mail for you.
Well, yeah, but yeah, the porch pirates will do that before any kids can get here.
Really? They do that in the
Yeah,
middle of the
yeah,
day?
during the day, yeah. UPS delivers to a lady down the street here at least 2 times a day, and that she's been hit several times. So
You know,
they just
Doc,
stroll up and take off with it.
that's a good way for somebody to get hurt really, really bad.
It is around
Um,
this place.
I just, I have no patience for that. And that takes some pretty. You hear that thunder? You probably can't on this headset.
No, I didn't hear it.
We're we're fixing
It's
to
raining.
really get
It's
it again.
raining here.
What?
We've got 6/10 of an inch here in
Oh,
Springfield
but that's
right
going to
now.
share us
So,
off here. You will. Okay. All right. It doesn't matter if that's in the background, but that does change. It makes that whole thing. You're perfect on your centering. Did you use the tape trick?
yeah,
Yeah, that worked out
yeah.
well for us.
Well, and then Glenn said I was off to the side a little bit. So,
Yeah, it's perfect. This looks like that big old catfish behind you is going to take a bite out of the back of your head.
yeah. Good luck.
Yeah. Oh man. Thank you
So
guys for
we're
the
so
thumbs up.
mainly we're just trying to test
We
this
are
thing
working
out
extremely
and
hard trying to make this. Uh,
see what happens with it. And until we get everything
okay.
fixed,
This
it's just going to be.
program just popped up a. That's what happened last time, and I didn't read it last time. That it's detected a feedback, so it shuts my headset off. Then I can't hear you.
Oh, okay.
So that's what happened last time. I should have read it then, I guess. But I really have what I'm having problems with is every time I speak, it runs through this headset. So I'm hearing myself after I say something and then got to try to compensate for it. And we didn't have that this afternoon when we was doing this. So
No, we didn't have any of that. Actually, it
no,
worked out pretty good.
yeah. But previewing and testing is probably different than live. So, but
And
like I say,
everybody's asking about the Mississippi River Monsters. It's 26 days, 17 minutes, and 52 seconds away.
it is getting closer and closer and closer. That's what, 4 weeks?
Yes, sir.
4 weeks. Going to be exciting. I'm excited about getting down there. Be a lot
Yeah,
of
me
fun.
too. I'm going to be
Yep.
fishing with a lot of people.
What's that? Carl Wells? Carl Wells' birthday in 4 days. Wow.
Stephen
Those
Heiss wants
deer.
you to show the new rig wrap again.
The new rig wrap again.
Said I missed it.
Well, Stephen, I will do that. This is the new pack all. I will. It fits right around the Rig Pack 60. I'll show you as many. What?
Go full
Oh,
screen
okay.
on
Well,
you.
I've only got a couple hands, so let's go this way.
Come on, get them going.
All
There
right.
you go. All
All
right,
right.
now
Well,
show
one of
it
them
again.
don't work very good. All right. There's the top. You can see the Rig Pack 60 sits right in between two of them. And on the sides, you have a huge pocket here. You have a big pocket here. And then you've got this one for a water bottle or whatever. And this one here, and these are big pockets. I mean, you can see down in this one maybe. I get it to show up a little bit. Yeah, see in there? But now this one, this is the one that's impressive. That's a big old pocket. You can get a lot of stuff in there. And that's on both sides. Or this is 3 inches thick. And I don't have a tape measure here. But this is a 3700 series Plano box. And you could fit one of these in each side of that pack all in the big compartment. You could put a smaller one on there if you want in the next size. So it's very impressive deal. And it's got straps. You can hang it, say, on the back of your seat or something. If you get the two center straps over it, you could put a different type of tackle box, put it around a different type of tackle box. You wouldn't have to use a rig pack, but that's what it's designed for. And if you take the Rig Pack 60, where it has these D-loops on each end of it, you could put a shoulder strap over that, carry the whole thing there. There's also, I don't know if you can see these or not, these are Velcro rings, and there's one on each side and on both ends. So if you're a bank fisherman, you could put a rod in each one of those and just walk in with your rods, and you still got one hand free.
Mm-hmm.
Very well thought out, great design. Looks to me like Glenn's hit a home run. And you can save and get a bargain on them if you pre-order it right now. Contact Glenn at rigwrap.com. Quite a deal. Anything we need to pay attention to in chat, Doc?
Looking at it right now.
I'm thinking James Dockery probably will have to order 3 or 4 of them pack-alls. You'll have to get one for him and one for his wife and one for his daughter. And I think he's got 2 of them, so he'd have to get 2. I was kind enough this afternoon to send James. He already did. I sent him a picture of this pack all this afternoon just to tease him because I had one I knew he didn't. Oh, she didn't know? Boy, I hate to hear that. For you guys that don't know James and Katie, you need to check them out on Facebook. They are a hoot, and we have such a great time with those two and arguing back and forth. And he does some really wonderful things for some kids up in his area, which we done a show on here a while back. If you didn't see it, be sure to check that out. Whisker Sticks wants to give away one of their Aluma grips in chat, Doc.
Okay.
And while you're doing that, old Lyle will check the score of the ball game. 9-1.
Which one's press key 3?
Key 3. Well, that's key 3.
He said push 3.
Well, do Doc and hit 3. Three. Thank you, Roger. We appreciate it very much.
All righty, I'm loaded up. You ready to go?
I'm ready.
And the winner is Irvin, the Paid Tourist.
Irvin, the paid,
The DA Paid Tourist.
DAPADE.
Yeah. PAID.
PAID.
Yeah. Paid Tourist.
Irvin,
the Paid Tourist.
DEPAID tourist.
Tourist.
Man, you
That is
guys,
the
it'd
winner.
be so much simpler for you just use your real names.
I know. Oh, man.
Yeah, because when you're doing that, Doc, I can't see any of that stuff.
I don't even see.
Well, he's in chat.
Oh,
Yeah.
I see.
Okay.
Paid, okay.
You see him in there? Sitting, there he
I
is
do
right
now.
there. He's sitting there laughing at us.
I don't blame him.
Easy to do.
Irvin, if you will contact Lena or Tim at Whisker Sticks and tell them that you is a winner, they will hook you up with their new fish grips.
And they're in chat. Also.
And they are in chat. Thank you guys so much. Irvin, thank you for watching our show. And Tim and Lena, thank you guys for the donation of that prize to one of our great viewers.
Yep, and thanks for being in chat, guys. We appreciate it.
Absolutely. We appreciate that so much.
Put
Jason
back to
Huggins
screen one,
says,
Lyle. There you go.
well, we got to go there, I think. Jason Suggins says 120%. There's 20 spots left in the 120% payout, and I believe he's talking about the Alton Catfish Classic.
Correct.
So
Six away from 100.
Doc, you're having fun. Yes, I am having fun.
we are 6 boats away from 100 entries at Mississippi River Monsters.
Oh, wow. It was at 12 earlier today.
Yep, they're coming in.
Time to spin the wheel.
I think that they will keep coming in, and
we're late.
I think the turnout's going to be better than anybody thought it was going to be.
15,000 first place for Alton.
16?
15.
15. Yeah, 15,000. Yeah. All right, Doc. Yep, pick me out another number and let's spin the wheel.
Number 5.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And the winner is Jake Edwards. I believe Jake is from Jacksonville, Illinois.
I keep thinking my screen is dirty and it's that catfish behind my head. Got all the dark.
River Rat Reel Repair. Got him twice in one night. Haven't hit him in some time, Doc, so that's the way it works out sometime. Gosh, man, this is so confusing. 2 computers. Oh, you didn't hear that? Jake, if you will contact River Rat Reel Repair, and tell them that you won on the Rig Wrap prize wheel watching Catfish Weekly. He will hook you up with a great reel cleaning, and like I said a while ago, if you have any reels that need to be repaired, it's a perfect time to get it done. Don't cost any more to ship 1 or 2 or 3 than it does 1, and he does great work at a very reasonable price. Hey Tony, how you doing? Tony Caton just arrived.
Somebody just called me out. Just saw it. Cliff Millard, when you getting to Alton, Doc? I won't be there this year. Uh, I have been doing so much fishing, and I made a major mistake. I've been putting things on the calendar. I should have been putting things on my phone. A couple of tournaments, I double packed myself on some tournaments that people would ask me to fish. I say, yeah, let me look at, and it's getting to the point where I got a feeling I might have to hire a secretary to just be my media counselor for me, so I can keep up with all the people that are asking me to fish. I'm enjoying my retirement. That is for sure.
That's awesome, Doc. I'm glad you're enjoying that and having such a good time. Mike Greenwell, you are very welcome. I watch a lot of the videos. Sometimes I forget to comment on them, but I did make it a point to because I thought some of the ones you done this time was really well.
That is a picture of a cat. Yeah. Is that a pic of a catfish or a lie behind you, Doc?
Dieter says he's available and for hire. I think he just wants to be your wingman.
Yeah. Yeah, well, yeah, avid fisherman, that's true. But I don't eat catfish, so letting them go isn't that bad for me.
The storm has got bad enough now, Doc, that we have lost our satellite feed.
Uh-oh.
So,
Hopefully you don't lose the computer.
well, if that's why I'm saying that. If something happens and we lose out, you'll know what happened.
Yeah.
Because it's really coming down. The rain's pouring, thunder and lightning. So
Yeah, and
we'll see
that
how it works
storm will
out.
be here tomorrow on us. And then it's supposed to clear up and go through the weekend and be okay. Uh, and let me share a story. Uh, One of the things my kids and my grandkids and I do a lot on the weekends that I'm home is we go kayaking. We take canoes, we go kayaking. Most of our trips are 8-hour trips. Last week, we went on one, and my daughter and my son-in-law were in a canoe, and they were in front of me. So I'm easing on down in my kayak, and then I hear people hollering and stuff, and I look over and I see a canoe that's upside down in the water. And I knew I had said something to my daughter about putting her phone in a dry bag. Well, what had happened is the canoe got caught in the rapids. It shoved it over to the side. It rolled the canoe. She dropped her phone into the water. It had her credit cards, her driver's license, $40 in cash strapped to it. We hunted everywhere for that. The one thing we didn't do was try to call it. And, the light, if it was laying straight up, the light would have lit up. The phone was waterproof for up to an hour or so, or something like that. But this weekend, the kids went back, and guess what? They found that phone.
Really?
In the same area. Yeah, they found a phone, and they found another phone besides hers. And the boy that found it kept the $40. He said that's a finder's fee. And but her credit cards were there, her driver's license was there, and the phone. Now I don't know if the phone works, but at least she doesn't have to get her driver's license replaced.
Awesome.
So now I think she's already gone out and bought a dry bag and that kind of stuff. But boy, we have a blast when we're on these trips.
You
It's really
must.
nice. All my kids go, my grandkids. We just have a great time. You're just floating down there. We're on the Mad River. The water temperature is like 62 degrees, so it's quite chilly if you fall into the water. It's cold.
Yep.
But that's how we spend our weekends together most of the time.
That's pretty neat. Doc, we
So,
got a message from Tony Caton. If you will load up everything in chat, they want to do a $20 gift certificate to be cashed in at Big Cat Fever Rods.
all right, we can do that. And the winner is Paul Bird, Byrd.
Paul
Paul
Bird.
Bird.
That's our buddy from St. Louis. Paul, if you will just contact Tony Caleb, what was the little girl's name for last week?
What?
Like Big Cat Fever Rods?
You want to go out?
I thought you'd surely remember. Um, maybe Tony will post it again. But anyhow, you can contact Tony or Caleb at bigfatcatfeverrods.com and tell them you was a winner of a $20 gift certificate watching Catfish Weekly and chat. They will hook you up. And thank you so much for watching the show. Tony, thank you so much for the gift certificate. I know Paul will enjoy that.
Had to let Luke out.
Boy, he's been quiet the last couple of weeks.
He doesn't bark
Alicia.
hardly at all. He's 13 years old. So
Me too.
yeah. So he doesn't bark hardly any at all now. So
Really?
yeah, he just comes up and starts pawing at my leg. So
That's all right. You know, I've told you before, but our lab, best I remember, I've only heard her bark twice. She'll be 3 in February. She just don't bark. Yeah.
yeah,
But
I've never heard that dog bark.
she just don't bark. And I love that about her. I think all dogs should be that way unless an emergency comes up. But she just don't bark. And well, to be quite honest, a Labrador, a true hunting dog, there's no reason for them to ever bark.
No,
I mean, there's no reason for them to bark.
they just retreat.
They just retrieve. Yeah, if they bark, they scare birds off. So there's no reason for them to bark. But she does. She does it all on her own.
Yeah, I've had 2 labs, and Luke is by far the best one I've ever had. Had another one, Bailey. For whatever reason, he didn't care for my one granddaughter, Star, and just growled and bit at her and all that. He ended up being a police dog. So I ended up taking him, and they turned him into a drug dog. So,
That's cool. That's very cool. All right. Try that one again. I kind of like that, Doc.
what's that? Oh, the blue background. Yeah, the water
Mm-hmm.
background there looks pretty good.
Yep. Like I say.
Hopefully by next weekend, I wanted to share a picture, and I flipped on the share screen. We'll have to play with that and see if we can use that. But I think what we can do is we can hit the share screen, and I can bring up an image on here. But it says let's see what when I it says you must download Wirecast Rendezvous extension. So
Yeah, we'd have to. We don't have that downloaded yet.
yeah, I had them for Google, but
We could do
we never
that.
used that option.
No,
So
we could. It was
yeah,
available,
yeah.
but with
But
this, it's
next
all
week I'll
different.
try to
So
do that, and we'll see if we can add a little more things there. That's a good background there.
yeah, it is. If we could we get an Excel boat in there. That'll look really cool. Need to have their image on the side of the boat in there so we can see it real good. But yeah, that image looks really good in there. And we've got some more, but like I say, Excel being the title sponsor of our show, we need to make sure we have a good image of their boat to put back there. And then you guys send us in some stuff to Catfish Weekly TV at gmail.com if you have an image that you think would make a good background image, and we'll take a look at it. Time to spin. Well, let me move this and this. Roll that down. Put this over there. All right, kid. I'm ready to spin. Give me a number. 3. 1, 2, 3. And the winner is Keith George. George. You gotta quit. You gotta quit working out so much. Whisker Sticks LED lights. So Keith, if you will contact the good folks at Whisker Sticks LED lights and tell Tim and Lena that you was a winner on Catfish Weekly, spinning the Rig Wrap prize wheel, they will hook you up with one of their great products. Thank you for watching our show. And Tim and Lena, thank you guys for all your support. We appreciate it very much. Oh, I got the wrong mouse. Is Doc back? Doc
Yeah,
is
I'm back. I just got
You
back.
missed the
Sorry.
whole spin.
Yeah.
But that's all right.
Doc,
You never
post a
know.
picture of your kayak with your extra floats for balance. Yeah. Yeah. My training wheels, I'll have to show you all that. I did a little bit of mechanical
man, we're on a
engineering on
roll,
my.
Doc. Here
So,
we go again. Feedback detected.
oh, do a Luma
All right.
grip in chat. Is that
Yep,
correct?
that is correct.
All right. Let's see. Let's get it loaded up. Da-da-da-da. And the winner is James Leslie.
James
Leslie. James Leslie.
James
Congratulations.
Leslie.
You have a new set
Leslie.
of Luma grips from Whisker Sticks Fishing.
Just contact Tim and Lena at Whisker Sticks Fishing. On Facebook would probably be the easiest way. And tell them you was a winner in chat for a pair of the fish grips. Thank you, Tim and Lena. We appreciate it much.
Lyle,
And
use
thanks
the
for watching
shortcut
the show.
keys.
Use what?
Lyle, use the shortcut keys, not the mouse. Use the mouse only to change the background image. Yeah, we got a big learning curve to work on here on this program. I'm glad I don't
figure
have
out
to
what the
deal
difference
with.
would be.
Yeah,
Which one
I'm
you
glad I
use.
don't have to deal with this.
You could.
That's okay.
I mean, we can fix that up.
I'm not home. I'm home
You're
on
not
Mondays.
home.
Yeah. And when I head down to Memphis, I'm going to have to take my computer with me and hopefully get a signal someplace.
Sometimes you come up with a good signal where you're at. Sometimes
Yeah.
you don't, and that's the problem we have when we have guests on. We've had guests on that you was real fuzzy. You couldn't see them very good, but it's the internet service, and
Yeah, that's
I've
true.
watched some guys talk on other shows and stuff that's being done on Facebook and things, and they get knocked off and they come back and they think that it's Facebook and it's not. It's just poor quality internet connection, whether it be through a phone or
Right.
internet. It doesn't make any difference how you get it. That's what happens when you have poor connections. So it just is.
Chat is weird tonight. I still didn't see what the price was on the rig pack. Did they post a price? They didn't post a price,
We
did
didn't give a price.
No, I don't think so.
Glenn, if you want me to tell how much those are, let me know. If not,
Contact Glenn.
yeah, contact Glenn. I know he has special pricing on pre-orders. So if you're interested in one, contact him on Facebook. Just send him a message and tell him you're interested in one. And I don't remember how many of the first, how many ever that pre-orders that he gets was going to get a special buying. And Glenn's really good about free shipping on stuff. So I don't know if that's included, but he's going to do pre-orders. So send
Glenn
him a
just
message
said they will announce the pre-order special price later this week.
later this week. I wouldn't mess around. I'd get my name in a hat early. These are going to be a hot ticket item. The room that these things will hold so much stuff, it's unbelievable. And like I say, the first 100 pre-orders are going to get a fantastic deal. I knew it would be a special deal.
It's going to be filled up.
What?
Are they going to be filled? All the pockets going to be filled?
That'd be a special deal. I doubt that, but you know, Glenn's got a great product this time. It's going to be really good. You know, Doc, one of the last really good ones that he come up since we've been involved with Glenn was the Easy Sinker slides. They've been a really good product.
Yeah. I don't know if this will work. I'm trying to find a picture of my kayak, and I'll see if I can hold it up here in front of the camera. So
Okay. Michael, that's okay. Glenn appreciates it so much. You have to watch it to be like James Dockery. Every time Glenn comes out with a new product, he's got to get a bunch of them, and then he's in trouble.
no, it's not gonna. It's not gonna work.
I can see it.
Can you see it? It's not
Yeah, you got to
bleached
hold it
out.
still. There you go.
So that's what my
Yeah,
kayak looks like.
it's
Got a
like
set of
training
training
wheels.
wheels on it.
You bet.
So and it works great.
That his kayak.
So
That's his kayak. Yeah.
No way.
yeah,
Yeah, that's what I was
until
thinking.
I hang a tree sticking out that I don't see. So and
Well,
hopefully next week when I get this, I'll get this screen share, and then I can bring those images up because I had planned on doing it tonight, but uh, as part of my docs tip, but I'm not going to be able to do it tonight because I didn't download that program.
okay. Now, do you have to download that, or do I have to put it on the program?
No, I got to download it to my
Okay.
computer.
Okay. I wasn't
So,
sure.
yeah, so I'll take care of that next week.
So, speaking of Doc's tip of the week, how about we do that?
All right, looky there.
Well, it's not doing what it's supposed to. How about I go there?
There we go. All right, Doc's tip of the week. As everybody knows, I try to keep extras of everything on the boat, plugs and stuff. One of the things that I think is one of the most important things that you need to keep, especially if you're on different bodies of water like I am, the Ohio at times can get real muddy. But when I got my new boat, the very first thing I went and done was I ordered a spare, let me get this right, a spare impeller for the boat. Easy to keep with you. If you run into a bunch of sand and stuff and you burn off the edges of that
This won't pick
impeller,
that up.
you know, it only takes a half an hour to change that rascal out. As long as you carry some tools, you know, you drop 6 bolts, drop that unit right out, and you can switch it right out real quick and you're good to go. So it doesn't ruin your whole weekend of fishing. But I carry it with my maintenance items that I carry on board the truck with me. And that's Doc's tip for the night.
That's a great tip, Doc, and it doesn't take long to change them impellers. And you never know what you can suck up into that area where that goes to that water pump. So,
Right. Yeah. And I mean, and the biggest thing is when you start, if you get on the Ohio River and you got that, and there's been a flood or something, there's a lot of suspended sand and all kinds of different things that can get sucked into your motor. And once, you get enough of it in there, I know on my Suzuki, the housing is made of stainless steel. And so that rubber is sitting there on that. Well, you mix stainless steel and rubber together, and it's just gonna, it's gonna burn the edges off, and then your cooling's gonna go crazy on your boat. So
yep.
and that's why I say always kind of keep it. And most of them are interchangeable. My Suzuki 115 is this same impeller fits the 175 that I had on my old boat.
Really?
Yeah, same impeller. Yep.
That's awesome.
So yeah. Great tip. Just had to replace mine. Good deal, Catfish Bill. So I'm glad you guys. I try to give as many tips out as I can. Sometimes I'm not really good at doing it, but I'm glad. I've been doing it for 2 years, and I've only repeated a couple of tips, maybe once or twice. Most of the time, it's got to be a safety. Usually, it's a safety related thing, but you know, I have a week to come up with a new one each week. So.
Well, one thing about it, Doc, the safety issue probably need to be gone over more than once.
Yeah, and we usually do that. The one show that we do every year is totally based on safety, which I always enjoy that, and I think a lot of our viewers enjoy that too because I seen on the internet the other day where they're starting to require that mandatory kill switches on all boats now.
Yep. In
So
Missouri,
and I wear mine all the time now. I just hook it to my life vest, and most of the time I forget about it. I'll move to the front of the boat, and then I'll hear that clink, and then the motor will shut down on me.
but it just takes a second to put it back in. And in Missouri, you're not required by law to do it, but it's always a good idea. It's kind of like I wish they'd pass, and I know they're going to hear some flack over this. I wish they'd pass a law that life jackets should be worn anytime your big motor's running. Um,
James Leslie, yes. Do you guys use the instant inflate life jackets? Yes, I do.
yes,
That's what I've
both
got.
we do
I
too.
carry both the inflate and a regular one because here in Ohio you're required. If you inflate your one and you don't have a rebuild kit on board with you, then you have to switch over to the other life jacket. But I don't. That's the one thing I don't carry is the rebuild kit because I'll just flip over to the other life jacket.
Right. I wouldn't put a rebuild kit in the boat with me,
No, it's
just
just
simply
too.
because if it got wet, it'll ruin it. But
Yeah.
we keep non-inflators in the boat in case we have extra people with us, or if something would happen, then we have backups.
What if your big motor is a 9.9? Still do it.
Still wear it.
I'll tell you what. There's a video out there that shows two guys in a bass boat running, and I don't know what happened, but you see the partner slides over, hits the driver. They both go to the side. He did not have a kill switch attached. Well, he didn't have the lanyard attached to him, and they're out there in the water, and that bass boat is sitting there running circles around them.
That's
You
a
know,
bad video.
yeah, and it showed other boats coming along. I think it was a bass tournament or something, but it showed other boats coming along. They picked those guys up. and that boat's sitting out there moving around in circles. I would not want one, even with a 9.9. If it comes
No.
along and hits you, it's going to knock you out.
Well, and that prop has no forgiveness.
No, it doesn't
If it
know any
gets a
better.
hold of you, it's going to eat you.
Yeah.
Um, the Ishcomer family made a post about it's a law in Alabama on 20-foot boats or less, and that is a fact down there, and it's becoming law in more states, but it's not in Missouri yet. But I'm sure it's coming. Is it 24? I thought they said. I thought they said 20. Said 20. They said 20. Maybe 24. Whatever. 20. Yeah, 20 foot or less, you have to wear one.
Yeah, Jerry Dillard.
But
I fish mud a lot. Change impeller on a regular basis as a precaution. Right.
yeah, that's a good idea.
Yeah, and that's good, especially if
Texas
you're
just come out with that law
fishing
too.
really
You
bad
can't ever kill something
water.
with just
Yeah. Yeah, Texas has got that law that just put into effect, so it's coming. It's a safety factor. I don't have too much issue with safety factors. Um, you know,
Sonny
I the
Parker.
world. What's that, Doc?
Sonny Parker. Doc's tip of the week saved me on the lake with the power pack to jumpstart my boat. Good deal. All right. Man, yeah, because sometimes my tips cost you money. But most of that money is well spent.
I tell you, Doc, you give so many good ones, but one of my favorites is the one with the temperature checker that you've got. The infrared thing
Yeah.
to check wheel bearings and stuff like that. Because let's
Yeah, and you
face it,
can use that on your live well too to check the
yeah,
temperature of your water.
but as much traveling as we do and pulling these boats, it's nice to know that wheel bearing's nice and cool, and
Hmm.
you can feel them, but it's not the same as being able to tell how much difference in the temperature there is.
Now the other thing that I'll do, and here's another tip. Uh, I'll pull that lanyard just to make sure it shuts that motor off. If I'm out there, I know it's a pain to grab a hold of that thing and pull it back out of there, but that is what it's designed to do. And I know if it Coast Guard stops you on the water, they will ask you to pull it just to see if it'll uh, shut the motor down.
Really,
Yep.
well, that's not a bad idea.
Yeah, I've had it happen I've had it happen on the Tennessee River a couple of times.
Yeah,
Now that I got this smaller boat, maybe they won't bother me as much as they did with
yes
the
they
big
will.
24-foot.
Yes they will.
I don't know. I don't
James
know.
Leslie, the instant inflating life jackets have different weight capacities on them, and you need to read on each one to make sure it's big enough to hold you up. They're not. They all don't have the same capacity, uh, and us full-figured guys need bigger ones.
Yeah, actually, the one that I wear, it says on it for a 300-pound guy. Thank goodness I'm not 300 pounds anymore. I used to be, but
Yeah,
it
you lost some
actually,
weight.
yeah, my Mustang doesn't, it fits up high on me. It looks like it's a child's thing, but that's how it's designed.
Right, and each brand's a little different and have
Yeah,
different weight
I've seen.
capacities.
Yeah, I've seen like the Cabela's that come clear down to your waist area. You
Yeah,
know.
I don't know about that. As long as they're safe and everything is good to go, I
Yeah, and the
guess
one
they'd be
I
okay. Whoop, hit a wrong button.
hmm
There's what I was after.
If you're changing screens, you gotta hit the button instead of the mouse.
I did. I just hit the wrong button.
well, Lyle, it looks like we got through the night with a minimum amount of issues.
We keep playing at this, Doc. We'll get it figured out, I guess. If I
Yeah.
don't give up on it before, it's been very testy. Very testy.
Do we
Listen,
still, guys? Do we still have the delay that we had early on? Nobody said anything, so I'm assuming it got better as the night went on. Spin, spin, spin.
I I don't know. I know there's
Small
delay
delay.
on my end.
Small delay. Yes.
Yeah, but we'll get over that. Thanks, Jerry.
Yeah, we'll get that. Lyle does. Doc, you don't.
That figures.
Yeah, he's younger than me, Glenn.
That's got
So
to be
he
the
he
issue.
would have a little bit of a delay. So
All right, everybody. Thanks for watching. Bear with us for another week or two. We're going to make some great strides this week on what we're going to try to do next week, so you're not going to want to miss it. If everything goes to plans, we'll have a big surprise for everybody next week. Be sure to tune in for that.
thanks for the 76 thumbs up and for the one thumbs down.
Yep,
Everybody has their haters. That's
that's
good.
right.
That's okay. That's how we make things better.
That's exactly right. If you made everybody happy, it'd
Good
be
and the
too
bad.
easy.
Yeah.
Yep,
So
that's a
appreciate it,
fact.
guys. Thanks everybody for being in chat. Thanks to the winners and thanks to our sponsors who just go up and beyond
That's a
uh,
fact.
this show for us, and we do really appreciate our sponsors.
We do. And for Cindy and Doc, I'm Lyle. Thanks for watching Catfish Weekly. See you next month.